Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day, that is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And also, Shalom to the Hope elect that's continually planning his work and giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure in his work, in faith, truth, and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, our topic of this video is going to be entitled, "The Lord is Making the Plagues Perfect," in which, in recent news, you have this flesh-eating bacteria that's been reported in the Gulf region, or in the south, southern waters here in America. That's in which case, this bacteria eats your flesh. All right, it consumes your flesh to the point to where you drop dead. You had instances to where one person had to amputate a part of his body because of that same bacteria. And and these scientists, they claim that, well, the reason why this bacteria even came up in the first place because you never had this type of disease or bacteria that sprung up years ago. All right, this bacteria never sprung up until now. Because back then you didn't have this bacteria or this certain disease that was in the water until now, man. And and they blamed it on the hot weather. The reason why is because of the hot weather is causing the water to do something in which I don't remember exactly how they put it, but it's BS. It's bullshit, man, because these scientists of Edom. And by the way, Edom, the nation of Edom, is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. The scientists always come up with some sort of an explanation without giving any sort of credit to the Most High. All right, because they don't believe in the Most High, and that's rightfully so, because they were made to operate on the left-hand side. They were created to not believe in the Most High. All right. Which, that's fine, man. We don't get bent out of shape when we see Edomites, walk by and, they talk their shit about what we teach or anything of that nature, because they're going into slavery, man. They're about to be taken down pretty soon, and our Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna take down his rulership. All right, but like I mentioned before, man, these scientists, they come up with some sort of BS explanation. But we in the know, us the Hebrew Israelites, we know this is the Most High's doing. All right? Because it wasn't enough that you had creatures of the waters to come near the shores to ruin your fun time. The Lord calls, these sharks and jellyfish to ruin your day at the beach. But now the Lord is causing you to not even go near the water, man. Because they even say, look, if you just walk on the beach where the water has made contact with, that bacteria still can get into your body. All right, so you can forget about going to the beach, man. All right, the Lord is crashing the party, man. He's crushing the folly of America. All right, and this is one of the plagues of the Lord, man. The Lord says he's gonna make the plagues wonderful, like pursuant to the title. But what I did here was I did a Google search for flesh-eating bacteria. One of them I saw on here was Fox News, which a man from Connecticut had his leg amputated after contracting that disease, that bacteria. All right. And then so also here on people, which let me go ahead and click on it. So it says here's all the places where people have reported contracting flesh-eating bacteria in 2019. So you got California, right? You got Texas. You got Alabama, right? Gulf Shores down near the Panhandle, right? In which you got Florida, which includes the Panhandle. All right, you got Kentucky, you got Virginia, all right, and you got Connecticut, in which that's where the that man that had his leg amputated of that flesh-eating bacteria. So that just goes to show you that the Lord is making those plays wonderful, man. He's making sure to put together, you know, the perfect disease for you people. All right. Now, yeah, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so here it is. That, you know, that this is the one of the claims that they made. This is from Medical Press, and this is what I meant by the BS that they spoke about. Right? It says climate change, which this is what they blamed it on. They blamed it on climate change, man. They're saying that it will raise Florida's risk of brain-eating amoeba and flesh-eating bacteria. Right? And this is the same year, 2019. This actually was August 5th. All right. So they're blaming it on the climate change. But we know that it's the Most High that's doing this, man. All right. Yep. Another Fox News report. Florida boat captain contracts bacterial infection in womb after fishing with grandson. See? Man, the Lord's not playing, man. All right. The Lord is fed up with America. And it's only a matter of time for the Lord starts to reveal himself more and more. Okay? But that's all I want to grab in this article. You know, I didn't want to draw this out too long. Let me go ahead and jump into some precepts. Second Ezra is the 16th chapter. And this is at start at verse 5. It says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? The answer to that is no. So the Lord is sending these plagues, and no one can drive them away. Just like the example that's shown here in verse 6. It says, may a man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? No, he can't. All right. It says, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it begin to burn? No. It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? And we know what that's talking about, because the ultimate end of America is going to come by way of thermonuclear destruction. It's going to come by the ICBM missiles. That's prophesied within the scriptures, man. It's known as the arrow that is shot from one end of the earth to the other. All right. That's the only technology that's capable of doing that and causing America to be destroyed in that fashion. Okay. Verse 8 says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right. Now, we'll go from there. Go back. Slocky, I lost my place here. Give me 1 second. All right, this is where I was at. This Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. And This is at the 59th verse. It says, "Then the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, of sore sicknesses, and of long continuance." Because when it comes to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, this pertains unto the Israelites, pursuant unto the curses. Now, there's another scripture that speaks about these same curses that fell upon our people that are going to fall upon the Edomites. It's going to fall upon our enemies. All right, Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, and the 7th verse. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." All right. So the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai pretty soon is going to turn these same plagues that fell upon us, and it's going to fall upon Esau. All right. So the plague, which speaks about in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, which I'm about to read, this plague also applies to these Edomites. All right. Actually, the plagues all the way from verse 15 of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, the 15th verse, all the way down to I want to say 67. It even won't even say 68, because guess what? They're going into slavery. All right. So verse 59 again, it says, "Then the Lord will make the plagues, or thy plagues, wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all of the diseases of Egypt." Right. Because this place, America, if you go to the book of Revelations, it speaks about the city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. So this place, America, is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Sodom and Gomorrah was known for homosexuality and freakism. All right. Egypt has the house of bondage. So this is the land of our captivity. All right. Also, it says also where our Lord was crucified. So America is the number one place that pushes, modern day Christianity, and also a mixture of other religions across the world that are mingled into one. All of this is crucifying our Lord, because modern day Christianity teaches contrary to what the Bible really speaks about. All right. Really, modern day Christianity is tied to the American way of life. Really, it's tied to white supremacy. All right. If you go into the workings of modern day Christianity, man, you go into the history behind how this place was established. All right. You'll come to find out that America was established in the name of Christianity, which consisted of rape, rob, and murder, and bloodshed. All right. Now, verse 60, it says, "Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai bring upon thee, until thou be destroyed." Right. So plagues that you never even heard of in this book is going to come upon these people. All right. Because pursuant to Isaiah, the 19th chapter, if you read it, it speaks about the Lord setting the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now, if you go into the scripture concerning the Egyptians, that's talking about these Edomites. So the Lord is going to set these Edomites against each other. All right. And their hands are going to be on the hand of their neighbor. All right. They're going to be at each other, man. All right. And you're seeing that right now. The house of Edom is divided, man. The Lord spoke about a house divided. It's not going to stand. Okay. So the point is in 59 where the Lord says he's going to make these plagues wonderful. All right. And I just showed you that in those few articles that I just showed you. Okay. Now I'm going to go from there. Yeah, my app probably going to go down in a second. Yeah, I thought so. All right, it's the book of Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. Start at the 14th verse, and it's talking about Israel. All right. Now it says, "Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you or among your cattle. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee." See? Now, this is going to the elect. All right? Because guess what? At the end of the day, 2/3 of our people has got to face the same fate, man. All right? Because the Lord's not dealing with the whole nation of Israel. So the majority of our people, Israel, is going to have to face the same punishment as these Edomites, man. All right? Why? Because they have joined hand in hand with the enemy. All right? The book of Proverbs tells you that though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Okay? And they trusted in the shadow of Egypt. So like I made mention before, was that now you have the modern day Egypt, because it's not talking about, or should I say, when it concerning the prophecy, you know, this ties into America, but you did have plagues that hit ancient Egypt, and it messed them Egyptians up. But the key point is that the Lord, once again, is going to smite the land of Egypt, but it's not talking about literal Egypt, it's talking about America. And let me show you. Should be 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. Start at the 11th verse. Esdras started verse 10. Salaki. It said, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter," and they are. It's the reason why 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. All right. It says, "I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." See? "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." Wait. So is the Lord going to smite the land of Egypt, like the literal land of Egypt today or in the future? No, he's not. He's going to smite the city, which is spiritually called Egypt. And he's going to smite this place with plagues as he did with ancient Egypt. All right. So again, it says, but Egypt shall mourn. It's like in wrong verse. "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Right. So the Lord is going to destroy all the land of America. All right. Because you can't bring up a historical event where the Lord completely destroyed the land of Egypt, because guess what? Egypt is still there. All right. You still have some of the structures that are still there. You still have the structures that were built back in the ancient world still standing there, man. All right. Some of them, not all of them. So when the Lord says he's gonna destroy all the land thereof, that means there's gonna be nothing left. So that's talking about America. So there's gonna be nothing left of America after he's done with this place. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video on this lesson. And on Lord's will, it was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day. Also, shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect that is plowing in his work as well, showing forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, truth, and sincerity, and in all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.